Ignacio, Katipunero, Sugo, todos sa kayod, punong at puno, di Panta Blue Eagle, Kalingiding at Tigil, Blue and White, one big fight. Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan,
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan. The voice of W Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atin sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, Sugo, todo sa kayod, punong at puno, di Panta Blue Eagle, Kalingiding at Tigil, Blue and White, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, 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 Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan, Radyo, Katipunan.
This is your stop for all things pop. Catch our all-around pop culture geek, Chola Sediaren, as he throws in some dose of what's poppin' and what's hot in the pop culture scene here on Popcorn. Munch in with us every Thursdays from 4 to 6, only here on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Should watch kerns.
Let's see. Okay, let us begin in 3, 2, 1. What's poppin', and welcome to Popcorn with Chola Sadiaran, your stop for all things pop, where we talk about all things pop culture from here in our homes in the Philippines to the rest of the globe. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a while. It's been a month since our last episode. Pahinga-pahinga muna tayo habang, while we try to reconcile what's happening around us, because we're still here. Happy 200 plus days sa ating lahat. Pero thank you muna sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta we hadn't had a new episode in a month, and we've still gotten quite a number of streams since then. So thank you to everyone who's been listening everywhere and for continuing to support the show. Of course, all our episodes are here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM, and also on our podcast streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you stream your podcast. So go listen to all our episodes. But before anything else, syempre, pakilala muna natin ang mga kasama natin in this episode. Welcome back, Kerns and Paula.
Hi!
Hello, hi.
So, what's up? Kamusta? Anong ganap sa buhay-buhay?
I went to the office for the first time since quarantine
Wow.
started today, which was very strange, but fun naman.
And it's such a great feeling to be like
To be around
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Parang parang iba pa rin na even if you see each other in Zoom or talk
Yeah, iba pa rin.
chat, there's really something, the human interaction that makes you like crave it.
Yeah, and like work felt lighter today than it has in so long. But it doesn't mean that like the workload was any less. It was just easier to deal with since I was around other people, I guess. So yeah, that was
And
good.
it's nice to do it in an environment that, you know, it's like
It's actually
a work
conducive
and
for work.
exactly.
Yeah.
Parang pag nakahiga ka lang sa bahay, okay, ganyan.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's me. But then I'm out of my job, so let's go business muna for now. Chill muna. And go to my Shopee shop. I'm selling stuff over there.
Oh my God.
That's the CS shop on Shopee. I'm still selling Taylor Swift folklore albums. Plug lang dahil kailangan natin kumita in this economy.
In this
True.
pandemic.
Yeah.
No, very true.
Ikaw, Prince.
Well, ako naman, still stuck at home. I have not had any human interaction with
my gosh.
anyone outside my family naman, an extended family.
Mm.
But like since the last episode I've had more work, but parang na-manage ko naman siya. Like hindi ko na feel na overbearing. I didn't even notice na 200 days na tayo sa quarantine. Like, wow, it's been 200 na pala.
You just have to deal with it or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's true.
Like, gulat na ako, October na pala. Like, it's been 7 months. Of
Happy
quarantine.
October, everyone.
Yeah,
Happy
Spooktober.
I couldn't
Spooktober.
believe it.
Happy 50th to my mom also.
Yeah, happy birthday,
birthday.
tita.
Well, she doesn't look 50 anyway.
She doesn't.
Does not.
Kung
It
makita
really
niyo yung
doesn't.
mga photos, it's on my Instagram. It's like, I don't know.
Check out Cholo's mom.
Probably-
Not in the gross way, but you know, just look. Just look. His mom looks great.
Well, I guess that could be a compliment. She's single. Go.
Oh, there you go.
We're all single. Let's
That's
all
also true.
let's all raise each other up. Anyway, also Paula and I just had a podcast collab maybe a few weeks ago, and it will
Nice.
be released sometime this month as well. So I'm not sure if we're supposed to announce it this early on, but watch out. It's a Please Pause podcast collaboration. Kasama rin namin ang
It's an
it's
adult
an adult thing. So exciting game night we had over there.
Yeah.
Let's see who wins that game. Well, we already know the answer.
You guys know.
Anyway, so yun, watch out for that. It's also a fun show that talks about pop culture, and it's an adult thing naman. They talk about, obviously, adult things. Like, adult thing joke. Malamang. Anyway, in this episode, we're making it a bit casual since we're, readjusting, or for me at least. Na parang,
getting back in the swing of
get
things.
back to the zone. It's been a while. I miss doing this. I miss talking with people. So we're just gonna go and have a round table on topics in the pop culture sphere, and one of my favorite segments, which is truly missed, the pop kerns. We haven't had this since episode 50, I would say. The anniversary special yata yung last.
Oh my gosh,
Kerns
really?
natin. So, it's gonna be fun. Medyo marami tayong mapag-uusapan ngayon.
Yeah.
So, is it a yes, a sax, a sad, or a pass, as usual? Let's begin. Let's go to Pinoy news. The new normal of Philippine TV is our first topic. So, we've had this discussion before about the ABS-CBN shutdown, but good news for all the kapamilyas, #forever kapamilyas out there. Nagbabalik ang ABS-CBN, and now they have a partnership with Zoe TV, which is owned by the family of religious leader and Congressman Eddie Villanueva. So ABS-CBN will be having a block time, and this is gonna be on Free TV Channel 11. So rebrand na sila called A to Z, because obviously ABS-CBN to Zoe TV,
Zoe.
I guess,
Yeah.
and Channel 2. So pakawiti sila doon.
Ano? Nag-release in 2. Channel 2. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Iconic.
Good,
You can't
good name
forget.
study.
Good.
Yeah.
So, wala pang announcements on what shows.
Meron na.
Meron na?
Yes, I have the list right here.
Okay, Mr. Inquirer.
Let's go.
Phil Star, but sure.
I joke.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sorry, wrong
It's
product
okay.
placement.
Today is October 7. So on October 10, Showtime will air live Saturday.
Oh yay!
And on Sunday, ASAP.
Oh thank God.
Okay.
And then teleseries they'll have a marathon. These teleseries will have a marathon telecast on this weekend. Ang Probinsyano, Ang Sayo Ay Sa'kin, and Walang Hanggang Paalam. And then
Are these new ones? Parang bago, ito na yung mga bagong programming nila.
yeah,
Yeah, their latest shows.
Natapos
Yeah.
na kasi yung pangalan nun. Yung kila Kim Chu, si
yeah,
that ended. Honor, Love Thy, ano ba yun? Love Thy Wife ba yun? Something like that.
yeah.
But yeah, I guess they have new programming now, especially since aside from this, well, obviously, any other Prince on
Yeah.
that?
So after their marathon telecast, starting Monday, October 12, back to regular programming sila. Like, so whatever they missed out on doing, i-release na nila.
That's great.
That's
And
great
then
news.
other public service programs like Paano Kita Mapapasalamatan and Iba Yan. Okay.
So wala pa si TV Patrol, no?
Wala. I think TV Patrol will stay on ANC.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
MMK
online.
will also be there daw. Soon. But not yet official.
Okay.
Yun pa
I
lang.
guess they can't completely take over a whole channel with their
Yeah.
own programming. Because I think Zoe TV has their own
Content
other
also.
program blocks. Like, may mga educational shows din yata sila.
Mhm.
But, yeah, other Kapamilya shows are still on Kapamilya channel, cable, I Want, and on their online streams. But for me, obviously, it's a yes. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's
free TV. Syempre, hindi naman talaga lahat may internet. That's always been
Oo.
our stand here, di ba?
Yes.
Na walang internet. Hindi naman lahat may access to that. But, yun, it's great that they're coming back. And I know there's a new Kathniel show coming also.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty exciting.
Oh.
They haven't had a show in a while.
Yeah. I miss them.
Oh, and they haven't had a project in a while. Kasi Catherine's last big thing was Hello, Love, Goodbye.
Love
Yeah,
Goodbye. But
oh.
aren't they doing that? What's that web series? Ano to?
Yung house arrest.
The House Arrest of Us.
Isn't that what's upcoming for them?
Yun na yung upcoming thing.
Ayun na ba yun?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
Grabe. As in, I only saw like a snippet. Like it was just like one of my friends retweeting that video of them saying, "We're getting married." And I legit thought na they're announcing their engagement.
Well, it's not far from happening. They've been together for a while.
I really,
Yeah.
really want them to get married.
People are
Daniel-
like really getting
Daniel said
engaged.
so.
these
He
days.
said he wants to marry Catherine before they turn 30 daw.
Wow.
Yeah. So, only a matter of time.
Wedding
Sana all
of the
pinto,
century.
Abangan natin yan.
Oh naman.
And sana bigyan tayo ng exclusive access to their wedding
Wow.
stream.
Tayo eh.
Sila.
But yes, that's a yes for me.
Definitely, yes.
Obviously, a yes for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
also, Pilipinas Game Ka Na Ba is back and will be hosted by Robbie Domingo. Pangarap ko talagang pumunta sa Pilipinas Game Ka Na Ba. And now that it's back, it's gonna be online on Kumu yata and
Yeah, Kumu.
Jeepney TV. So that's really exciting. I've always been, parang may family legacy kami. Like two of my tito and my tita were both contestants. So
Yun.
I want to
That's
join the fray
crazy.
and try to to get there also. So shout out po sa mga producer. Nandito lang po ako. Baka makalabang ko si Paula tapos ang hirap ng labanan doon.
Parang hindi naman ata ito yung forte ko, girl. As in, like,
Natatalo ko sa math questions, ganun.
communication major din po ako. Wala po akong kinalaman sa
True. But it's fun. Robbie Domingo, well, he's a great host.
He's a great
And
host, yeah.
Good
I
call.
guess
Yeah.
they're gonna find a way to digitize Game Ka Na Ba at this point.
Mhm.
Kasi dati pa, mga text pa, ganyan. Ngayon,
Text-heavy siya.
obviously, adapting to the digital age. So,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. And subsequently, a a lot of ABS-CBN stars have now found a new home in the Kapatid channel, which is
Yeah.
TV5. Under the Bright Lights ba yun? Tama. Bright Light Productions.
Mhm.
It's another program block, and it's bringing in new shows, like a new variety show on Sundays called Sunday Ultimate Party, or SUP, from
Yeah,
Hashtag
yeah.
to SUP. So Piolo Pascual is there, Maha Salvador, Catriona Gray. A lot of other stars are also on TV5 na Inigo Pascual, Jesse,
Yeah.
Billy
Billy
Crawford is
Crawford.
there, will be the host of The Masked Singer Philippines
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well.
That's gonna be interesting.
So it's a new normal. Everyone's in different places, and people are just coping with how they can
Yeah.
cope. You can't really blame celebrities for moving channels, because not everyone can be accommodated.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how these new lineups, mixing people and finding new channels, will be received by people. So yun. Any other comments on that?
Wala
I'm just
naman.
happy that um, ABS
Your work.
has some sort of new home. I mean, sobrang ano naman natin for with entertainment access for everybody, because it's like with the trying times, everybody needs to be happy in some shape or form. So happy that ABS
Yes.
can provide that again.
Yeah,
You will always find a way.
it's true.
I
Ika
mean,
nga ng Jurassic
diba?
Park lifetime.
Life finds a way. Ibang ano pala yun. Iba na nangyari. So anyway, moving forward, that is our first topic for the day. Next is some movie festivals or film festivals happening right now. I just want to talk about them. First off, the Ang Docu is back, and they're currently live right now on theangdocu.ph. So it started last September 21, and it runs until November 5, featuring 55 documentaries from film and television, all for free. You can go check their schedule out. Actually, si Jace, who's one of our Pod Squad members, wrote an
Yay!
article on CNN about this, so check that out as well. I personally got to watch a bunch of documentaries already from the first week, which was martial law, hashtag never again, hashtag
Yes.
Marcos is a
Tama.
dictator still, and hashtag oust Duterte.
Woohoo.
Yun, ang ganda kasi mga bagay na you don't get to find in the internet, or you don't have any sources to, like one of them was a 1987 documentary about Marcoses fleeing to the States and how they dealt with
Oh,
that whole thing,
I've seen that one. Yeah.
'di ba? And parang pinakita nila yung kung magkano lahat ng mga dinala na sa
Mm-mm.
Hawaii.
Mhm.
Parang wow, how can you not admit that you stole that much money if you have this
Exactly.
Yeah,
much
all these videos.
extravagance, diba? And one of the other things was like a news footage reel on Mendiola massacre, which I saw
Mm.
for the first time, which was really like wow. It really shows you how no matter who is in position, mapa Marcos pa yan or Aquino, it doesn't really matter. It's the oligarchs that really
Yep.
take control of the country and how it goes, and it affects so many people. So it's great. I mean, it's sad to see, but it's information. And the last thing I saw from there was from this week. It's Ecology Week. Um, Parang one of the earliest footage of the
Oh
Philippine
yeah,
Islands on
yeah.
film. It's parang about the Colyon leper colony, and it's very mundane, but it's just interesting to see how things have changed, or things have remained the same from that
Mhm.
1929 footage.
1929. Yeah.
Cool yun.
Grabe yun. That's like what, 90 plus years ago.
Mhm.
So yun, it's a yes. Go watch
Yes.
the Ang Docu.
Yeah, I'm on the website now. nga. Parang like a lot of interesting things to check out.
Parang problema ko is how do I find the time to squeeze everything in,
Yeah.
right? But you just have to choose what you want and what's
And I'm happy
interesting.
that, because documentaries don't really get a lot of attention or even like airtime in this country. So it's nice na may ganitong opportunity ang, documentaries to be shown and be consumed by the masses.
Yeah. So it's just really a matter of like putting it out there, I guess.
Yeah.
We're putting it out there. Hello, Dang Docu. Okay, now we move on to this upcoming film festival, which is Pista ng Pelikulang Pilipino Year 4, and it's going online for its fourth year, dubbed as Sama All dahil Sana
Ganda.
All nga naman.
Sobrang ganda ng...
It's really good positioning, and it's not just dahil the term Sana All is a thing, but dahil nagsama-sama lahat ng mga pelikula from restored classics, Philippine Oscar entries, indie favorites from Cinemalaya, Q Cinema, Cinema One Originals, and more. Sobrang daming mapapanood sa Pista ng Pelikulang Pilipino Year 4 Sama All. And that runs from October 31 to November 15. The FDCP or Film Development Council of the Philippines made their own streaming website for this, which is very interesting. Sana hindi siya
Ayun nga eh. Hoping it's a good streaming
Yeah.
site.
Yun din.
kasi
Yeah.
itong Dang Docu, it's using Vimeo, if I believe correctly. Well, it's Vimeo embedded or something like that. I don't know how the technology works, but hopefully this new platform is being tested well before it runs, because that's gonna be one of the challenges.
Yep.
Especially with the whole internet connection still being unstable at this point.
And you have to pay, diba?
Yes. The early bird rate, which I already paid for, is $450.
Nice.
And it runs until October 15. And then after that, regular rate is at 600 pesos. So you can register now sa FDCP website or dun sa FDCP streaming site. Yun. It's exciting for me because these are things that you don't see on Netflix or any other
Yeah.
streaming platform. And these are films that, you know, you might have missed out on the festival runs dahil ang hirap maghanap ng schedule all the
Yep.
time, which has been my problem, especially during working hours, 'di ba? Di mo mahabol yung schedule. So it's
And it being
exciting.
online really helps. Because
Yeah.
it's up to your schedule na whenever you're free to watch these things.
Yes, so it's a yes. Let's support. All the proceeds will be revenue shared by all the producers.
It's great.
And that means all the people who made the indie movies and even the festival movies. So that's great. Maraming tributes din yata to the people who have passed away recently. And yeah, so I'm excited for that. Cinemalaya, ganun yung nangyari this year. Online din siya.
Yep.
And they featured shorts more than and also other Cinemalaya classics, and that was a great experience. I was able to squeeze in quite a lot for what I paid for, and that's pretty cheap. $450 is almost your regular
Yeah.
screening.
Yeah, movie rate. Mm-mm.
Well, $450 is I believe the SM Cinema drive-in theater
Oh,
price
is it?
per
Yeah.
person.
It's kind
Yata.
of expensive.
It is. So if you compare that to getting to stream like maybe 50 movies that you won't get to stream anywhere, then it's
And in the
great.
comfort of your own home.
Exactly. And in your own time also.
Yeah,
So looking forward to that. It's a yes as well.
definitely. Probably gonna buy my ticket na rin siguro.
Yes, let's have a party. Ano pa
Watch
ba?
party.
Any other Filipino Netflix films that well, maraming
Well, Hayop Ka is coming out.
Ayabka is coming out on Netflix, and that's a thing pala that we kind of have to discuss, I guess, dahil it got some flack for having Robin Padilla. It's been a while. Every time na nanood ako ng trailer sa sinehan, lumalabas yung Hayop Ka.
Mm-mm.
And then I was like, when is this gonna get released? Or all that. And the fact that everyone is on Netflix right now, and you can see it kasi sa trending ng Philippines, it really shows that Filipino content is like booming on the platform.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for it. Although, syempre, the storyline can be improved, but I don't get the flack too much na parang, okay, it's kind of forgivable for me.
Yeah.
I have very mixed emotions about whether or not I want to support Hayop Ka because, I mean, like, of course I want to support it because animation in the Philippines doesn't get supported enough. And if we don't support this, then it could be a sign to like the industry that they shouldn't invest in animation because people won't
Yes.
watch it. But at the same time, it's not just Robin Padilla kasi that I have struggles with. It's the producers of the film. So
Oh.
producers of the film are Joyce Bernal and Piolo Pascual, as well as the other people.
Sure.
I don't remember their names. But
Spring
these two
Films.
people are not people I want to support. And understanding, like having the understanding that I have of the film industry, yes, the animators will get paid, but majority of the money that
Go
it
naman.
will be made by the film will be, made by the producers.
Producers, yeah.
And it'll be incentive for them to keep creating more of this content. Therefore, the cycle will continue. Nasa kanila pa rin mapupunta yung pera, which I don't want. These are not people I want to support. So, it's a very tricky situation. Yeah. There's so many factors involved. And I think at the end of the day, we just have to choose which of those issues, supporting of the animation industry or not supporting these people that shouldn't be supported, which one bears more weight for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So I will be struggling with it until lumabas yung Hayop Cat.
Well, you have quite a while
Yeah.
to decide. So, yeah, I mean, I think Rocket Ship is involved, tama ba?
Yes.
And I think Saving Sally is actually on Netflix as
It
well
is.
already.
Oh, it is na?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Medyo matagal na
siya
since
on
Saving
cinema.
Sally was aired.
2016 ata.
2016 siya lumabas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
So,
good year of
A good year.
of
The best
MMFF.
year.
The only
The only good year of
silver
MMFF.
lining in MMFF. But yeah, Hayop Ka comes out October 29 on Netflix. And also Barangay 143, which is a Filipino anime, is in Netflix as well. So shout out sa Barangay 143. I watched the first
Watch
episode.
this weekend.
And Julianne is there. So support Julianne. Shout out. Mamamiss ko siya. Okay, so that is it for our Pinoy news segment. A lot of exciting stuff. And into another universe, let's go to the Marvel universe. We just came from the DC universe in our last episode. We head back to Marvel dahil ang daming nangyaring news coming from
Yeah.
the past how many weeks. First look, of course, let's go to Disney Plus series. First look at WandaVision, the series, which is coming reportedly in December 2020, and it's the only MCU content we'll be getting this year.
Yeah.
Um,
What a change of pace.
yeah, I mean, it's actually, alam mo yun, we've been saying, oh, it's just a pattern, all this, villain is not this, but this is probably gonna change the game for real. And we don't really know what's gonna happen in the show yet. We have no idea. It's
Watch the trailer several times and I still don't understand
Still don't
what's
understand.
going on.
parang iba-iba yung eras, iba-iba yung looks nila. So
Yeah.
we don't really know what the hell is going on. Darcy from the Thor series is gonna be there,
I
and
love her. I missed her so much.
what's the name of Randall Park in Ant-Man? I don't remember his character's name, but he's gonna be in
So
the
he's the
show
CIA
also.
agent then, diba? That was...
Yeah.
He's the police.
So a lot of weird things are happening, and well, it's Wanda who's the most powerful character in the Marvel universe.
Definitely
right?
the most powerful Avenger.
We don't know what to expect, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really interesting, and it's the first ever Marvel series
Yeah.
ever, like MCU series at least, and I'm really looking forward whatever it's gonna be. And parang I read an article about one of the other series creators saying we saw what WandaVision was doing and we were really intimidated because how the hell are we gonna top that? So with that kind of like anecdote, I'm kind of like excited about what it really is gonna be. So that's my take on WandaVision.
So sana magka-Disney Plus na sa Pilipinas.
And I think, well, we have our ways. We find ways. Unlike the BDO app. Sorry, BDO. Please do better. Ayun. But aside from that, maraming rumors kasi about they're really starting the Young Avengers na. And syempre si mga anak nila, Wiccan, and who's the other one? Wanda and Vision's children will be part of the lineup of Young Avengers, hopefully, or
Yeah.
eventually. And of course with Kate Bishop and
Yeah.
si Cassie, anak ni
Miss
Ant-Man,
Marvel.
Miss Marvel, who just got cast.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Iman Velani, a relative newcomer who has been cast as Kamala Khan. Really exciting.
Also has a big mouth, I've noticed.
What do you mean?
Her comments about the MCU in general, parang, I don't know if it's like the right call for her to do so early in the career, but let's see. But she doesn't like Captain Marvel, which I'm just like,
Well, but isn't Kamala Khan supposed to be like idolizing Captain Marvel?
well, she doesn't like the film. And then she had a
Oh,
lot of
well-
stuff to say also about Spider-Man. Well, the Spider-Man
Twitter?
series. No, it was like on interviews with Kevin Feige. And I was just like, is this for real? Is this happening? But, let's see. But I was a little turned off by it, siguro. Because, especially if you're Miss Marvel and then like bashing on Captain Marvel doesn't seem like in good taste.
Well, I guess they learn as they come, and
Batang-bata siya. I think that's what I get from that. She's really
yeah.
kind of embodies the role then of Miss Marvel, who also has a big mouth. So
And it's been really fun playing the Avengers PS4 game as
I haven't
Captain
started it.
as Miss Marvel rather. It's just nice to see her in the forefront because she's a fun character,
yeah,
and it's a new representation of the Muslim community and young girls being heroes as well. So that's nice to see on television. And aside from that, Tatiana Maslany has been cast as She-Hulk, which makes me super excited because I
Yay!
love her so much. And the Marvel universe deserves nothing less because she is amazing. She could probably play all the Avengers if we wanted her to. I mean,
she wanted to.
diba? If you've seen Orphan Black, which is an amazing show, she's a star and she plays maybe like 14 different versions of a same clone.
Yeah.
So, sobrang galing. Parang, I just can't, I mean, I can't contain my excitement for her.
She could be
entering.
Peter Parker's lawyer.
She could be everything.
I mean, diba? Because like at the end of Spider-Man is like him potentially being like
Kapatid.
suing someone
Yeah.
for their identity and
But don't people want it to be Matt Murdock to be his?
I mean, ideally, in an ideal world, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I do want Daredevil in the MCU, but if we can't have that, then this is also a good option.
That's true. And that's really exciting. So it's a yes and a yes and a yes for those.
Always a yes.
Well, it was a sax for Paula in Miss Marvel joke.
I mean, I like the girl. I just have,
She just has her
reservations.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Ano din, if you've seen footage of Shang-Chi, their set looks amazing. They built like a whole Chinese imperial like setup in Australia.
God, I
Oh.
hope this does better than Mulan.
That's very interesting. We'll be talking about Mulan a bit later on. And last Disney Plus news, Nick Fury is getting his own
Getting a
series.
series
No, in
as
the
he
works.
deserves.
So that's pretty exciting as well to see that Samuel Jackson is continuing his role after 10 years. So wala pang other news on what the story is gonna be, but we leave it up to Kevin Feige to just blow our minds every time they come up with something new.
Which
So
he does.
that's it for Disney Plus. Any other comments on that?
Oh,
Okay.
what do you call this? Sebastian Stan in the new photos from the set of Winter Soldier and Falcon and the Winter Soldier looks a lot like Hugh Jackman. I don't know if you guys have seen,
Talaga? I
but he
haven't
looks
seen.
like Hugh Jackman.
And can I just comment also, speaking of, grabe si Chris Evans lang. na
Oh my
parang-
God, let's not, because that's going to take up like 2 hours
He
of
just
just
posted
me.
this Instagram story of him like doing a backflip into his pool. And how can you look that good in this quarantine? Well, it's Chris Evans, so congrats
Like-
to him.
It's not fair, man. I can't!
Sana mas naka-zoom in lang yung
Pwede ko naman pero sige, wag na.
wag na. So, okay, now we head to other exciting MCU news, which is apparently the beginning of the Spider-Verse in the MCU, because reports have said that Jamie Foxx is returning as Electro in the next Spider-Man, but not just that, but Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire also reportedly in talks to return along with other villains from old Spider-Man movies. So that's really interesting news.
Yeah. Although
I think-
Jamie Foxx hasn't confirmed that he's
Yeah.
going to be Electro. He's confirmed that he will be in the new Spider-Man.
He said Electro won't be blue, so maybe it's a different.
He said,
version?
I'll be back like in the Spider-Man universe,
Yeah.
but he won't be blue. He didn't say anything about
Maybe
Electro.
he's gonna be green with like yellow whatever on his head. That's a weird costume though.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting if they actually bring like the Spider-Verse into, you know.
Yeah. But kasi the rumors are WandaVision will change everything
Mhm.
because of the way Wanda will change things within the show. So parang that will open up the multiverse and make things crazy. And apparently Kevin Feige wants to go head to head with the DCEU's multiverse. So parang there are talks now that Kevin Feige wants Hugh Jackman as Wolverine back somehow.
Let's see kung
So,
papayag siya.
We
Pagod
don't
na pagod
know.
na siya.
We don't know what happens.
Yeah.
It's all in development, but we're excited. Yun. Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse. Oh, they changed up Spider-Man's look in the the PS5 release of Spider-Man.
Ang ganda ha. Parang totoong tao na talaga sila.
My brother doesn't like it.
Why? It looks
'Cause-
too
Parang
mas dorky yung isa.
yeah, it looks more like Peter Parker, the PS4 version.
Yeah.
Yun yung take.
I don't know
na
if I want to
kapatid ko.
play it again just to see the new graphics. I don't know. We'll
I
see.
probably will. Parang my brother probably will.
Well, as with any Marvel news or most Marvel news, it's a yes for me.
Oo naman.
Of course.
Okay. Next, we head to some movie news or movie discussions. Let's talk about some Disney live action. Of course, Mulan was released early in September, and that was fine.
Something. Yeah.
That was
I didn't
sucks for
even
me.
watch
That
it.
was a sucks for me. I think, syempre we won't have a whole episode dedicated to this na.
Mhm.
Siguro for me, it's just really removing the theatrical experience from it. Removes the thrill of watching the movie on a smaller screen, whether it's a
Yeah.
phone or a laptop. Iba talaga yung may malaking screen. Maybe
It really
a projector,
was.
it's the best way to do it.
It was the type of movie na dapat sa sine you should watch.
Yeah.
The scale of it. Pero
Yeah.
wala. Disney had no choice then. They had to get the money.
Yeah, and if you remove those things, syempre you're gonna look at the story, the narrative, and how syempre you really can't help but compare it to the animated version. And syempre, you know, not I think only the Jungle Book really gave
Did
justice to the animated version after
Yes.
all these live action adaptations. But I
Agreed.
also like the first Alice in Wonderland by Tim.
Yeah,
Burton.
the first one. The second one was
The second one was bad. Okay.
Yeah, the second one was like, this didn't really need to happen.
Yeah.
But that was, Mulan was just okay. Sucks lang siya for me. Syempre, it also came with a lot of its own controversies.
Controversies.
Yeah, but you know, na-cast na nila, na-film na nila.
parang based off
what
the
do they
reviews
really
that I
do?
saw, a lot of Chinese people didn't like it talaga. So I guess that
Yeah.
says a lot about the film itself.
Apparently, there's a better Mulan adaptation.
From
That's on
The-
YouTube, yeah.
It's
from
on YouTube.
2009.
I heard it's on YouTube.
So, ayun. Hanapin natin yun.
Watch that one instead.
So, it's a sax. Mulan was a sax for me.
I have no
Oh,
opinion
Prince.
as I haven't
Ganun
seen.
Yeah, like wala eh. with all the problems that it faced, sucks lang talaga. Especially since I only watched it not in a theater. So wala. I
Yeah.
can't really say great things about it.
Yeah, I'd like to put that in consideration talaga because it's really something different. I got to watch a random movie on a projector with like cinematic speakers in someone's house. And grabe, iba talaga, parang kahit B movie lang siya more or less. It was called what's it called? Let me remember. It's a Megan Fox movie. It's called let me check what it's called on my letterbox. Parang ano yata yun eh. Pangalan niya ay Rogue featuring Megan Fox. And it was really fun to just watch something in that scale, I guess, and I really miss that experience. Because even watching in a drive-in theater is a different thing. The sounds, for one, are different depending on your car sounds, and then your view of the screen is also different. So, maraming factors talaga. And I hope we get to go back to cinemas one of these days.
Yeah, I miss it.
So, ayun, Lion King 2, as Pern's first reported to us, take the
That's
lead.
true.
I was surprised. It was late at night ata when I saw that. When they said Lion King 2. Oh, really? Did they really have to? And then they said but it's gonna be directed by Moonlight's Barry Jenkins. So I was like, oh. So now I'm very split about it.
It's an
'Cause
adult take on the Lion King.
yeah. But they said it's gonna be like Godfather Part 2 style. So it's gonna be going back into Mufasa's younger years.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, so Kovu's not gonna be here. So how does that mean they're gonna get James Earl Jones again to voice Mufasa, I guess?
Please.
Because
Maybe.
he's
Super, ano kasi nung first Lion King I actually fell asleep in the middle of it. Because
Yeah, I was upset at how much
really
I
like-
disliked it.
I mean, amazing graphics and
But lifeless.
CGI. But I was like, it's so, mukha lang siyang brown, konti lang yung green, and there's really not much to be entertained about because it just kind of felt like they slapped it on to new CGI and that's it.
yeah, like they really copy pasted it in with more effects, yun lang.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was less funny.
Yeah.
But what my dad said was like if you were like a young kid, like 10 years old, and you've never seen the original, you would love this new one. That's what
Siguro.
if
I
you
would blame the parents for not letting their kid watch the Lion King first of all.
that's
Fair
yun din,
point.
yun din sinabi ng isang friend ko who's never ever watched Lion King.
Really?
And he loved the new one.
Well, the story of Lion King naman din talaga is great.
And that's what's making me hopeful for this Lion King 2 because if Barry Jenkins is gonna be writing the story, then maybe there will be something new
Yes.
to Lion King, diba?
Kasi, go ahead. Yeah.
Because if it's a backstory, that means we'll get to see paano nagsimula yung feud ni Scar siya ni Mufasa.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm really hoping for to see.
The Jets versus the Sharks Lion King edition.
Mm.
Pero that's interesting kasi di naman yun yung kwento ng Lion King 2, right? The animated version.
Yeah, in a way. Pero like Lion King 2 is kasi
Yung anak
napun-
ni
it-
ba?
it was all on Kuvu na eh. Like
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
how
Which was
could they
also good.
resolve? Wala na, like the problems were already there. So how would Kovu and Kiana resolve their father's problems? Their own father's
I remember I remember Lion King 1 and 1/4 ba yun?
The one that's like
The-
Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, that was
That was
really
good
fun.
too.
That was fun. I like that. It was fun.
And kasi rumors have it that the Aladdin 2 sequel will be the direct story of the return of Jafar daw.
Oh, but Aladdin 2 was great. Like Return of the
Yeah,
Jedi.
so
There's gonna be Aladdin 2?
yes.
Live action?
Yes.
Really? What?
I hope they get, a really hot person then to play Aladdin's dad. His dad was really hot.
For 3?
Priorities, Paula.
Yeah, hello.
Well, that's the visual aspect of it, I guess. So,
But Lion King 2 sounds, like if they take it to a completely different direction, then it's interesting. if it's a
Yeah.
film that I've never personally seen before and have nothing to compare it to, because
Yeah.
that's the struggle din talaga for all of the Disney live actions
Yeah.
TBH.
I guess for us in our generation,
Yeah, those who grew up with it talaga.
I've
Yeah.
seen them all, yeah.
tama nga naman si Perns talaga dun sa comment na yun.
Mm-mm.
Kasi parang,
But-
yeah.
I mean, I also have a comment din kasi like as beautiful as the animation was for The Lion King, and if they're going to reuse that for the second one, I wish there's more life to it lang, because like, part of the things that makes animated films so interesting to watch is because is even though these aren't like real things, you know, you feel like they're real because of how they move and how they look. Like there's a soul in the eyes, and that's not something I got kasi from this Lion King adaptation. It felt like watching a documentary that was less interesting than a documentary. Like, you know, those
Like-
nature documentaries.
Parang
It
ano
just
lang,
wasn't as interesting.
napagtripan lang ng National Geographic na, hey, let's do a Lion King special and make
Yeah.
them sing.
But I'm less concerned kasi with realism eh. Then, you know.
Yeah,
and,
well,
like,
exactly.
mm-mm.
Oh, actually, wala, random lang to, but National Geographic is a joint venture with Disney Company, which owns 73% of its shares.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
that's
big
why
part
it's
of
on
the
Disney
Disney
Plus.
conglomerate.
So guess that's why. So that's
They probably did work together.
okay.
Okay, so that is it for our Disney live action mini segment. Other movie news, a lot of things have been pushed back. Parang at this point, I find it kind of like irrelevant to say the date, because if we say it now, October, this, and then this is the new date, which I did early on in the pandemic. Oh, we got moved to later on in 2020, and now everything's moved back again.
Again.
So the only thing that retained its release date
Tenet.
is Wonder Woman
No,
1984
it
for
was-
December.
Yeah.
Pero now rumors have it that it's going straight to
It's prob-
streaming, which is
On
something I
where?
do not.
Oh,
agree
shocks.
with.
I hope that doesn't come true. I'd rather wait for it to come
Yeah, I'd
out.
wait for it.
Me too.
But
Parang-
saan lalabas? HBO Go?
HBO Max siguro. In the
Nawala
Max
rin
pala?
dito.
Nawala
Wala
rin
rin
dito.
dito.
But
Yun na nga.
we'll get it anyway. We'll get the movie.
We'll get the movie, but in essence of it, we're reverted back to the olden days where you don't have access to things and you're forced to kind of like
To
find your
pirate.
yeah. So we'll see about that. I'm not
I really
really.
hope not.
Sana they just move it back.
Yeah.
I mean, they should learn from Tenet. Tenet did abysmally because people can't go to the freaking cinemas, or people are scared to go to the cinemas, diba? No matter how many safety precautions the cinemas say that, you know, exists.
Yeah,
Better to be safe than sorry, I think.
yeah. So with that, they moved a lot. Like Dune is moved to 2021.
Oh my God, thank God. I was so scared. Because
Yun
when
nga.
they released the December 2020 date on the trailers, parang, how am I going to watch Dune? I need to...
Exactly.
Oh yeah, ang ano. Oh shucks.
They were like December 2021, still in theaters. Guess not. They also moved the Batman to
Thank God.
later in 2021 or 2022 na ba si the Batman?
April
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah, the Batman
Also a good move.
with that, and everything else is falling back because of the renewed schedules. But you know, of course, we value everyone's safety, and
Yeah.
of course, we want to watch this the way it's intended to be watched,
Yeah.
and not on our screens. There's nothing wrong with that, but syempre, it really removes a lot of the experience if you just
Mhm.
watch it with your own devices.
I refuse to watch Black Widow anywhere other than the theaters talaga.
Yeah, so it's a good move na wala this year also.
Yeah.
So yun, any other interesting moves ba, Paula?
It's hard to talk about movies when most of it is just like streaming centric,
Yeah.
eh.
Well,
And not a lot of
let's
production
leave
going
it
on.
at
Also.
that. I also miss parang watching new Filipino movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Parang yun na lang, doon ako sa sine nanonood eh. So it's nice na they upload it on Netflix now, and it's a lot of things are accessible on Netflix. So yeah, watch out from your favorite sources for updated dates on your favorite upcoming releases.
Yes.
And now we head on to TV shows. Ito is something that makes me really sad. Glow season 4 has been completely canceled by Netflix because of Miss Rona. Si Miss Rona lang pala makakatalo sa mga female wrestlers na to. They actually started filming na. I think they finished one episode, and Netflix decided na because Los Angeles is like one of the COVID hotspots that they can't push through with it at this point. So sana they find a way to redo
I don't
it.
understand why they would cancel it though. Like, why don't they just push the season?
Yeah.
here?
I have no idea.
And it won a bunch of stuff at the Emmy, so you'd
I
think,
feel like
diba?
naman if they save Sense8, then there's a chance they can do it with Glow eventually.
Netflix's choice of like shows to cancel or like
Yeah.
it's
I don't
super
understand
questionable talaga.
Yeah.
All the time. So of course this is a pass for us.
Oh,
Because
such a good
why?
and like
Glow
really
is so
good
good.
representation.
Ang ganda.
Mm.
Well, go watch seasons 1 to 3 of Glow.
Yeah.
Still on Netflix. Hello, Netflix Philippines. We're still here. Si Paula, I think, wanted to say something also.
Oh, yeah. It's probably not gonna get its own episode, but I really wanted to discuss briefly Canada's first ever drag race.
Because I haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
Cholo hasn't seen it yet. But it's really good. Like, it's not up to par, obviously, with like the regular seasons of Drag Race. But the contestants are great. Really varied contestants for this premiere season, and it was a lot easier to watch than the Britain's Drag Race because ang daming references doon sa Britain's Drag Race na hindi ko naiintindihan, but like Canada seems like closer to America, which I can still understand, so that was good.
And now
Yeah,
they
and
have
watch-
Holland also, right?
Yeah, they have Holland now. I'm also watching Thailand's Drag Race also. Parang
Oh,
masaya.
I want to watch all those.
Yeah. But ayun, it's very interesting. Although you see like how natipid sila in terms of like editing kasi hindi pa ganun kaganda yung editing nila. And like how different drag culture is also in Canada than it is in the States. There's actually a pretty big difference then. So it's good. I really love the winner for the season. So Cholo, please watch it.
The pressure to watch everything.
It's just like it's good background din naman. Like you don't have to focus on it so much also. Tsaka yung Untucked is already like sewn into the regular episode. You don't have to watch
Okay,
like another
okay.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of good comments about it, except the judging. So
Yeah, yun lang. Oh, and you see Michelle Visage say, like she walks the runway and all of that. So
Gee,
yeah, so
she's
it's
a
great to
guest judge?
see. She's a guest judge, yeah.
I love
Probably
it.
one of the few guest judges that I know. Like I don't know who these Canadian people are. But yeah, it's a good season.
how
Definitely.
Canada, how American of you to say
Yeah.
about Canada.
We'll definitely watch if they continue to make more seasons of it.
So much drag race. I heard the Vegas show is also good though.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Who is it that hooked up? Naomi Smalls and oh no, not Naomi. What's her name? Vanjie
Frankie and Cameron Michaels.
and Cameron
I saw that
Michaels.
video.
I was like shocked.
Like Miss Vanjie's, like her hair is so long.
Oh, she looks amazing, by the way. Like she looks so good.
So maghanap ako ng oras manood niyan. Sana.
Yeah, ako rin actually.
Pero mamaya pag-uusapan ko yung bakit yun iba yung pinapanood ko sa niya. So, any TV show related things you want to talk about, Burns?
Yes, The Crown comes out next month.
Yeah.
More.
That gown looks amazing.
Yes, it does. For someone who had the worst day of her life, it's a beautiful dress. A beautiful dress.
It's one of like fashion's most iconic moments
Iconic. I mean,
of all time.
Ever.
27 feet train of lace. Like,
Yeah.
oh, wow.
They said they had to cancel Glow because of the amount.
Because of the dress.
Dress.
The crowd. But no, I am like so excited. If you guys know how much of like a royal family enthusiast I am. Like I'm just so obsessed. And just to see Diana in any shape or form, I think is going to be absolutely fantastic.
She looks so pretty. Diana
She-
Corin. Or
They,
wow.
yeah, as in like they cast it really, really well.
They
I
did.
was so happy because I was genuinely worried that they wouldn't cast like a good-looking Diana or like a Diana that's up to par to the actual Diana, but they did really well. So I'm so
I
excited.
mean, even for the future seasons, Elizabeth Debicki, I think she's a good choice.
Yeah,
I think she's great. I look forward to seeing her.
to be fair to the Crown, consistently great casting.
All the way to the end, even for the Queen and Philip and Margaret.
Mm,
They're looking ahead. I think they will always perfect casting. Because it's Nina Gold. So
yeah,
that's why. She knows the best people. So yes, next month guys, Crown. Can't wait for more royal family drama.
I know.
Netflix, baka naman. Shot every time we say Netflix, baka naman in this.
Sana umabot yung The Crown to like the Meghan Markle issues.
It won't though. It's not gonna.
Ah,
They won't touch Meghan Markle and Prince Edward.
Pero si Kate,
It-
that would be
I think it'll either stop at
it'll
her.
probably end at the royal wedding, no?
It'll either be the 60th anniversary of her reign or with her great grandchild, Louis. I think that's where it'll end.
With Louis or
yeah,
with the first one?
the first one is George. George.
George.
yeah,
Yeah, so it'll end with George if it's about family. So yun. That's what I'm assuming lang. If
Oh my God, the kids are so big na. I don't know if you guys saw their latest photos. But
Yeah, nagulat din ako
kids
dun.
are so big. Like Louis walks and everything. Na parang the last time I remember him, he was just a baby.
Welcome to the new world.
Crazy. I just want
The
to see Meghan
Bimbi
Markle's
is
baby.
like a
also.
monster now.
But we've been new. Like that's old news.
Oh, we saw that earlier this year, but now parang mas tumangkad pa siya lalo.
Well, kung tatay mo si James Yap, di ba? Parang
That's true.
Oo nga
Pwede na
naman.
siyang pwede na siyang sumali sa haiku.
volleyball naman, hindi
Blocker.
basketball.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Let us head to our next category, which is music. Ito si Paula, I think is excited to be talking about it. You
Oh my God, I
hear
can
her
finally talk about
enthusiasm.
it.
Syempre, Dynamite came out in maybe a month ago.
Yeah, about 3
And
weeks ago.
it's really revived a lot of interest in BTS and K-pop for a lot of people. Like my sister has started her own K-pop collection because of BTS. Even my mom's into BTS now. So it's great to see more people getting into the beauty of K-pop, the wonderful world of K-pop, Paula included. And Dynamite is just such a great, great song.
It is.
a total
Actually,
gas.
It's a banger, guys.
I mean,
Yeah, go.
yeah. Well, if they could make a whole album just like that, I would eat it up. But that's a one-off single, and they just announced their new comeback, which is the tama ba?
Yeah.
Album, which is a self-produced everything album by the whole Bangtan squad. So that's exciting news for a lot of the army out there. And yeah, go BTS. I still
Go
support
BTS.
you. Go
As someone
listen to
who...
episode, di ko na maalala yung number, but we have a BTS episode.
Oh my God,
sometime
that's so cool.
past.
As someone who just got into it, I was very, very excited for everything. Grabe, guys. Like, iba yung power nila. I was so adamant that I would never get into
Yeah,
like,
Paula's been always
K-pop.
like, no, I've tried and I haven't been able to.
Yeah. But Dynamite was able to change everything for me. so
Galing.
good.
Power move by
Yeah.
Big Kid.
Definitely.
You were saying something, Prince.
Ayun nga, like as someone who doesn't really listen to K-pop and with my sister playing it end on end every day stuck at home.
Army ba sister mo?
No, not really. She just because it's a nice song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can it is a really nice song. Like
Katayaw na si Prince.
it's nothing like I've heard from BTS before or from any K-pop. It's just like, oh, it's actually not that bad. But like I know I won't get into K-pop, but I can really appreciate na if they do make music like this, a lot of people will give them a chance.
Yeah.
I
My
think that
parents also have started like liking them. I was watching a bunch of BTS videos in the living room earlier tonight. And ang gulat ako kasi like umupo si dad, talagang nanood siya. And then my
wow.
mom sat down also. Si mommy, cute na cute kay Jungkook. So I was like, yes, this is the start of it all. It's going-
Yes. And yun nga, that's the beauty, I guess, of BTS, the unwavering power of BTS na they can move so parang easily transition between having such a good mainstream American Western pop song like Dynamite, but also just go back to K-pop,
with their own,
way
yeah.
K-pop is,
Yeah.
and also own their own version of K-pop, which is a distinctly BTS kind of
Yeah.
sound. So ang ganda ng, they're like chameleons who can just switch faces or colors every time. And I
Yeah.
guess for armies out there, you're just gonna love them in whatever shape or size they come in. And for newcomers, whatever era you get into, you're just gonna love them with other eras that come after, or love them for the other eras they've already done. So yeah, I mean, there's no denying the power.
Yeah, iba yung power ng BTS.
So it's a yes.
Oh yeah,
Good
definitely.
for them. Good for them.
And now we head to the girl group edition, which is the BLACKPINK the album, which just came out last week.
Mhm.
I'm happy that I like this album because I really had my qualms about BLACKPINK and how YG is treating them. I'm a casual listener lang, but parang I've been hearing and reading a lot of things about them not being given the right projects, the right songs. But this time with this comeback, Lovesick Girls is a bop, very iconopop nation ang
Yeah.
trend, mixed with K-pop and BLACKPINK in your area. It's just really it's a great album. Although syempre mostly English siya than having mostly Korean mixed with English. I guess because their market is really the
It's a very Western
Yeah,
market.
it
at
is. It
this
sounds
point.
Western.
So yeah, I really like that. I'm happy that they got something great out of it for once, because Ice Cream wasn't that good for me
I think Ice Cream was like the worst single they came out with ever.
ever. Well, yeah.
Yeah, kasi they don't have a lot of music out din naman. So there's not that big of like a library to choose from, particularly the singles that they've put out. So
Super
Ice Cream
thin
was
eh.
the worst. Yeah.
Parang yun din eh. Parang for an album to have just 8 songs, come on, give us more.
I don't know. I think it's really just the thing that Blackpink has been doing. Parang even like their EPs or even like too short for EPs.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'm just happy that there's more content from them with
and
the
shout
album.
out to Rose. My God.
Oh my God, I chose the right bias from the get-go. Guys, been saying that Rose was the girl to look out for since freaking 2015. At so when they debuted and my friends like first showed me, sa kanya talaga ako nag-gravitate. And I'm just happy that she has the spotlight right now. 'Cause she
Deserved.
deserves it. So great. She's so pretty.
And
Yeah.
a Blackpink documentary is actually coming out on Netflix
On Netflix.
October
Yeah.
14th, I believe. It's
Yes.
called Light Up the Night. Tama ba?
Like,
Light
yeah,
Up the Sky,
Yeah.
Light Up the Night.
the sky.
Light Up the Sky. And it follows their journey towards becoming one of the biggest girl groups in the world right now.
They do have in a very interesting history. So it's nice to see. Particularly Lisa. I think Lisa has the best story of them all. So it would be nice to see.
I'm not super familiar actually, so I'm looking forward to watching that because I always like watching these artist-led documentaries.
Yeah.
We get to see their struggle, their story, more than just the music,
Mhm.
and what fuels them to
Yeah.
go further with their career. Although, ang masasabi ko lang, I watched some BTS once before, which I didn't get to appreciate as an outsider.
Mhm.
So I hope this Blackpink one kind of switches that format and lets other people who don't necessarily know about them really get to see it. Kasi yung BTS one is very
It was for
Okay.
the fans. Eh.
very for ARMY na eh. I was
Yeah.
trying to get into it at that time that I watched it. That was the second documentary na kasi. Burn the Stage yata.
Yeah.
So parang when I got there, I was like, I don't really understand much, even though I see what's happening. Kasi, yun nga, the filmmaking in that documentary was very targeted to those who already know what they're watching and who they're watching.
Yeah.
So sana ito Blackpink will be great. I'm sure a lot of the Blinks out there will really eat it up. Paula included.
Slowly getting into K-pop.
Yes, I'm so proud. And syempre, NCT 2020 will also be back and we'll be having a whole NCT episode soon enough. They just added 2 new members, which makes the total member count 23, which is crazy. So if you're a single girl or gay and you're looking for someone to just fixate on, you have 23 NCT members.
Oh my god.
Or ex-Haikyuu boys also.
Oh my god. That's a discussion for later on.
Okay, any last, I guess ito related to K-pop and BTS. This trended like a day ago or 2 days ago, which is hashtag Skostakli is going to jail party. Because apparently Skosta and Flo G yata were accused of plagiarizing a BTS song and a Big Bang song yata. And
Oof.
now, you know how ARMY can get on Twitter.
Oh yeah. They're very
So,
scary.
Yeah. But for me, it's been an issue. It's an issue naman na if you're not really into the music industry, you don't really know the details of how things are sampled. So I'm not completely sure of the whole story. Pero
Same.
parang Costa is not that apologetic about it yata or something like that.
He's been trying to drown the hashtag with his own stuff.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Like, it's not my fault, ganon. And he's not even being sorry about it. But even
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I don't even know who he is. So
Yeah, who is he?
like,
It's one of the ex-battalion members yata.
oh, okay. Lol.
Pero si Costa Clee ang gumawa ng isang sikat na kanta which is Zebiana. So, saka pauwi na ako. He's part of that. So, the Philippine urban hip-hop scene is really a different beast. And it's really one of the number 1 genres on Spotify right now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
more than pop and Hugot songs. Hip-hop is really thriving in OPM
Great.
right now. And yun, masasabi ko lang, sana they did get sampling rights for it at the very least.
Mhm.
Because who cares what the fans will say as long as you just have the rights to it.
Yeah.
But if they did not get that, then
I feel like BTS and Big Bang are not giants that you want to piss off or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
challenge.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like.
kasi syempre it's another issue of pitting people against other people and not really respecting them. I guess for some urban artists, they're gonna be like, oh, it's just K-pop, nobody will really care or something like that. But syempre, the world right now is so diverse and all the
Have they
worlds
not
are
seen
colliding.
armies? Like, are they not
Exactly.
afraid? Because
They
I
should
am.
be.
I'm so scared.
They should be afraid. So yun, a side note on the Skostakli is probably not going to jail party. But I hope he does fix things and apologizes for
Yeah.
I
whatever.
thought you were just like, I hope he does go to jail.
I hope he does fix things, yeah.
Okay.
And ito mga OC records ganap. So apparently may issue din si Arthur Neri for leaving OC Records and Kian Cipriano is like fighting back against it. There aren't really reports about it, but what I heard is it's some royalty issues that are happening.
Mhm.
And I hope Arthur Neri gets the treatment he deserves in whatever label he's in. And speaking of that, OC Records has released a song with Mimi Ya. I feel very sax about that. I love Mimi Ya as much as the next Pinoy person. Pero parang, okay. Pero fun yung song. It's called Drink Your Water, Bitch. Of course, it's called Drink Your Water, Bitch.
Of course.
And it's on YouTube now. You can go check it out. That's a sax for me. I don't know kasi sometimes there's a fine line for me between you know, being an online presence and having that much influence and then trying to get into things that, might be your downfall. Not really downfall, but more of your parang it's gonna take a hit into like why are you trying to do this and not just focus on what you're good at or
Isn't
something.
it like a joke lang though? Parang that's how I see it. Eh. It's an extension of her
Yeah.
funny stuff on, on her
I hope it
vlogs.
is.
I hope it, like, maybe wag na siya gumawa ng iba. Like, let that be the only song you ever do.
Yeah.
Unless may iba pa siyang bit na darating, then that's what, yun lang. Yun lang naman sa akin.
Yeah,
don't-
I agree.
Don't take it seriously lang.
Yeah. Feeling ko
Yeah.
nga ganun lang siya. I mean, that's how I'm seeing it as. I mean, if she
Sana.
does come up with more music, then that's what's going to be
But sana
questioned.
man lang may music video siyang ilabas on her
Wala ba?
channel.
Is there
Wala
not?
pa so far.
Oh, okay. Should be fun.
Pero watch her Oh My Girl, It Really Hurts challenge. That's a super fun video.
She's so funny. I don't think anyone makes me laugh more than Mia ngayon. So funny.
So ayun, that is pretty much it for our popcorns for this week. Any other music stuff you wanna
No.
Not really.
Haven't been listening to new music lately kasi.
Same.
It's fine. A lot of actually malakas talaga ngayon yung back catalogs and older songs than newer
Mm-mm.
songs. But before we head to our last segment, let's have a short moment of silence for some of the pop culture icons that have passed on in the last few months. Emma Nimides, Lloyd Cadena, we have the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Diana Rigg, and Naya Rivera, among many others. We pray for their souls and everyone around them, of course. Let's have a quick moment to respect them. Okay, so with that is the end of our popcorns. Medyo marami tayong napag-usapan and I miss doing this.
Yeah.
But of course,
Yeah.
it's not the end of the show. We still have our last segment, which is our pop stop, which is our top picks and recommendation for what we've been watching lately. I will begin, and with all thanks to Paula once again. I've been mentioning it how many times. Haikyuu is my jam right now, and I can't stop. Oh my gosh! I need merch. Ang ganda lang. It's one of the more popular animes right now, and I'm happy. I'm really happy I got into the world of anime. Aside from all the other things I'm already watching, ang saya lang, and it makes you makes you want to be motivated in life and pursue all the struggles and pursue through whatever despite
Just
struggles.
push through.
Yeah, and
keep fighting.
believe in yourself. And it's just nice to get attached to so many people with great storytelling. And I learned so much about volleyball. I didn't know much about it. And
Right?
it's so educational. Na parang, ito pala yung ibig sabihin ng libero all along. I was like, what's a libero?
Oh my God.
Mahilig lang ako manood ng UAAP volleyball, but I didn't really completely
But that's more like
understand.
school spirit than anything else.
Yeah, parang I didn't really understand the game. But watching a show about it and getting explanations about tempo and all that, libero, the different positions and different styles, how to block, ganun. And then, it's just really fun. I've been having such a great time watching it. My Hero Academia was also great, but this is another thing. And I didn't think I'd get into a sports anime out of all the genres. So,
I don't know. Sports anime are is like my favorite genre in anime. So I'm not surprised that you got into it then. It was very light
but
and
I'm not a sporty person.
yeah, neither am I. But
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah, parang it's just fun to get into. It's very light and it's always wholesome. That's the good thing about sports animes. It's always
Yeah, and
wholesome.
there's no, as Paula was telling me, there's really no villain in this.
Yeah,
Even if
unlike
it's a rival
Slam Dunk.
school, yeah, diba?
Yeah.
So it's just like really wholesome fun. And now I want to play sports.
Yeah, let's play volleyball.
Play volleyball and stuck at it. And then be good at it
And
after
then we get it.
persevering.
Like Hinata.
Yes. And aside from that, I mentioned this in our collab with Please Pause. The Social Dilemma, super great documentary for me. It really changed the way I'm doing things. Like it's about social media and how the world has changed, how social media is being used versus how it was intended to be used. And it's on Netflix. Since then, I turned off my notifications and I'm living an easier life now somehow. And we'll be having that for our next episode. So watch out for our Social Dilemma episode. I won't be talking too much about it. So you listen to that. And last for me, Super M also came out with their album like a week ago or 2 weeks ago rather. And it's a really fun album as well. They're called the Avengers of K-pop. And they also had a collaboration with Marvel, which was like my worlds colliding. And it's really fun. And it's a really fun pop album. And they're mostly English songs also kasi they're targeting Western markets as well. So those are my recommendations for this week. That's Super M, Super One, the album, The Social Dilemma, and Haikyuu. Yeah. Thanks, Paula, for getting me to this black hole.
Yay! I'm so happy that you're
And I got this really
getting
cool, papakita ng merch, Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack!
And yan.
Oh my God, one of
I'm
the
waiting
best
for the
cartoons
Aku
ever.
one sometime next year.
Ang ganda.
Yun lang.
Okay, I guess I can bounce off that because most of my recommendations are anime related as well. I actually haven't been much of a weeb in the last few years, but thanks to the quarantine, I've gotten more time to really get back into the swing of anime. More than just casual watching, really like hardcore, straight binging anime, which is what I used to
Grabe, you
do rin
can't stop,
naman.
no? Parang after
There's so
this
much
episode,
Yeah. A lot of good content out there. So again, like similar to Cholo, I will recommend something that I also recommended in our podcast with Please Pause, and that is Violet Evergarden, which is on Netflix. Probably the most sincere and wholesome anime I've ever seen. I wouldn't say that the story itself is like absolutely groundbreaking because you can kind of tell where certain plot lines are going, but it doesn't make the storytelling any less beautiful. I don't think I've ever cried while watching an anime as much as I have with Violet Evergarden. As in like 3 episodes straight akong umiiyak, even though I knew what the events were like. The way that the story was told was just so wonderfully written, and you just keep rooting for this character and you wish her the best and you wish the best for everyone around her as well, which is something that's common in anime. They do a really good job in doing that kind of storytelling. But Violet Evergarden, despite only being 12 episodes, quickly became part of my top 5 anime of all time, which was, I thought would be, you know, and another anime that broke through my top 5. God, a lot of good anime like in the recent years, guys. I had no idea. Also on Netflix, and season 2 of it is coming out in January, is The Promised Neverland.
Oh, may season 2 pa yun.
Yeah, there's gonna be a season 2 for it. Emil also really likes it. I wish you were here to rave with me about it, but it's hard to explain what the story is without like really spoiling it. But it's such a good show, and if you're not hooked by the end of episode 1, then I don't know. Like, I got my dad to watch it. It took me like 3 days to finish the whole series, the whole season, and my dad finished it in one sitting.
Wow.
That's how hooked he was, and
Sana all may time.
I know, right? Like, sana daddy. But, if that's not a testament of how good the storytelling is, I don't know what is.
That's
And
already
it's a common
on my
theme.
list after I watch Haikyuu.
Yes, although Haikyuu might take a while. There's a lot of it.
I'm already halfway through, and it's been like maybe a week and a half.
And speaking of Haikyuu, my third recommendation for this week is also Haikyuu. Haikyuu season 4.5. So like the second half of season 4 has just come out. Like first episode palang came out last Saturday. But I'm already super excited. But again, I'm always excited about Haikyuu. So that's not.
Why shouldn't we not be excited? Right?
Yeah. If you haven't seen any sports anime, I actually have watched a lot of sports anime in my lifetime. Been a fan since like Slam Dunk and all of that. But there's something really different about this one. Like I was mentioning to Cholo, and as Cholo said din kanina, there are no villains in the story. You root for every single character you meet, and that's difficult to do. Like in a world as big as Haikyuu with so many schools. Like imagine more like I don't know all of the players in the Ateneo roster, not even during my time in Ateneo, but I can tell you every single like member in Haikyuu, not even just like the main team, but I can tell you like all the captains of all of the other teams because the storytelling and like how they make you root for these characters is so good.
But they all have their own like
They
sports
all have their
journey.
stories,
Ganon.
and it's great. Like because when I watch like an Ateneo game, I'm always rooting just for Ateneo, and I hate the other team. Like I don't care who the other team is, I hate them. But with Haikyuu, no, like I don't care who Carsono is fighting. I still want Carsono to win, but I'm also rooting for Bajosa. I'm also rooting for like
Like
Datetek and all.
Kawa.
Yeah. So it's great, and if you're looking for an anime to like start with, I think Haikyuu is a fantastic choice. It's
Amazing.
accessible for anyone to watch. And it's great. I don't know have any more hype to say about Haikyuu. I love it so much.
Just want my
Please.
merch. I want my Haikyuu Funko Pop to happen.
Oh God. Good
Mahal
luck to
kasi nung
Paula.
iba eh. I've been telling Paula, I've been trying to look for stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of expensive. But
Yeah, like
you can
this
see-
this baby who isn't like a super popular character also like costs like 2,000. I'm like, what the hell? So this is the only one I will ever have.
Yeah. Well,
Right. So
We'll see.
Haikyuu.
pag may jowa na si Paula, papasukan natin.
Grabe naman, you're making me feel like a sugar baby. Parang wag na
Well,
lang.
who wouldn't wanna be?
Chris Evans, hello.
Yes, buy her some Haikyuu merch.
That's me.
Paano na din ako? Pasali na din ako.
So, mandadamay mo na rin yung sarili mo.
Yes. Okay, Ferns.
Okay, on my end, since I last appeared on the show, I've been catching up pa rin with more series that I never got to watch. That's how I got into The Crown. So while waiting for season 4, watch seasons 1 to 3 on Netflix.
So good.
It's a really good show. Get to know the personal lives of the royal family. And so right now, I'm in the middle of the newest edition of The Twilight Zone by Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele, yeah.
Yeah. I've always wanted to to watch it, like even the original one by Rod Serling. But I wanted to start with this one because I'm a big fan of Jordan Peele. I like everything he does. And for those who don't know, like Twilight Zone has been around for a really long time.
Yeah.
But a lot of people these days keep comparing it to Black Mirror, but this is the OG Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Like if Black Mirror is all technology, Twilight Zone is everything else about life. And so I'm about to finish season 1. The episodes are they're okay lang, but I like how they're very updated, the issues about today. So I'm good. I think Jordan Peele's involved in all of them.
And these are original episodes, no? Not revived versions.
All of them are revived, either created or based on short stories na ginawa na. But these are all real new, nothing from the old season.
Okay.
So I'm hoping season 2 will be better. Na the storylines will be better. Pero the impact talaga is it's shocking. And my last
Is it
suggestion,
Amazon ba? Tama.
it's I stream it, but it's on CBS, so I don't know who
Okay.
streams
Yeah.
CBS.
Yeah, it's
Not
so hard to
open.
tell where things
Yeah.
are.
Hindi ba Hulu pag CBS?
If it's CBS, it's Hulu, then it's probably on Hulu then. Oh.
I'm not sure. ABC ang nasa Hulu, alam ko eh.
Hmm.
Well,
And for my last suggestion, since we haven't been here for a month, I don't know why, pero biglang sumikat yung Among Us game dito.
Yeah.
like I've been playing that with my friends since July pa. And then suddenly September it just blew up in the Philippines. And for some, like, you can see memes about it. Everyone talks about it on Twitter and Facebook. And wala, it is fun, and but people are having really too much fun with it. Parang it's become a part of
Even
our.
Twice was on it. That's
Who?
crazy.
Yeah. Twice.
Twice.
Oh really? Oh yeah, I saw that. So I was like, damn, it's really, really, really popular. So I don't
Imagine playing Among Us with your
Twice.
favorite K-pop idols. That's crazy. Dren was tweeting about it and he was wow. I
The
wish,
dream.
diba?
So for those who haven't played yet, give it a try and you'll see why it's really addictive, and it brings friends together and apart at the same time.
Like Uno.
Like Uno, but
Ang ayoko lang yung typing part na ang hirap mag-type sa maliit na
oh yeah, that's true.
letters when you have to like eliminate someone.
The voting, yeah.
When you do it with your friends through Zoom, it's easier because you
It's
can just
easier.
say it. But
Yeah.
And it's much more fun then because you actually see the reactions of your friends. So when you're voting, just one click na lang.
Yeah.
So,
And easier to tell who's like the imposter because if your
I
friends are
can't
very
play
good
luck
liars.
pag ganyang live. I'm like the worst.
But yeah, so like independent developers din ang gumawa ng Among
Yeah.
Us, diba? So it's like support them and buy official like themes and stuff because a lot of people tend to pirate them as well. So I hope
yeah,
you
and from what I know, they were supposed to make an Among Us 2 game, but they decided not to anymore. But they're just gonna keep on revamping the current game they have. So I'm really happy for them. They're getting a lot of success. So
Yeah,
So
it's one of the
independent developers.
one of the few games that became really mainstream in recent memory.
yeah,
Wala na akong naalalang like super lumaki na game na everyone.
Pokemon Go.
everyone is playing.
Yeah, Pokemon Go was the last.
Pokemon Go was the last, probably. Yeah. So good for
Favorite
them.
meme ko dun yung Anong Us.
Ano?
Kasi
Lol.
ano nga ba? Joke!
Grabe.
Hindi naman maintindihan to. Joke! So,
Okay.
ayun. Any last words?
No, I'm good.
Well, that is it for our show. It's great to be back. I'm
Yeah.
glad to be in the zone again. And it's fun to be caught up in pop culture and catching up with Paula, Perns, and everyone who will be back. And I hope you enjoy our return of the comeback this year. As the year ends, watch out for exciting new episodes and collabs coming your way really soon. Of course, all our episodes are streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Thank you to the RK fam for always having our videos on the page. And shout out po sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon.
Yeah.
Yay!
So yeah, of course, follow our social media accounts, which haven't been updated in a while. That's Popcorn with Cholo at Popcorn W Cholo on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you all, guys. We will see you all next time, guys. Mali-mali pa yung sinabi.
Kalimutan
Thank
na.
you, everyone, and see you then. Bye.
Hi, guys.
This is your stop for all things pop. Catch our all-around pop culture geek, Cholo Sediaren, as he throws in some dose of what's poppin' and what's hot in the pop culture scene here on Popcorn. Munchin with us every Thursdays from 4 to 6, only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.